The key to getting a guy to chase you is very simple. It is to remain unbothered. But I get a lot of questions from women. How do you actually act unbothered when you really like a guy? So here are 5 tangible ways to act unbothered, because I swear to God, you guys, this is like the secret sauce. The less you care about a guy, the more he cares about you. It's the way it always works. Number 1, text back sporadically. This literally makes somebody addicted to you because they never know when they're going to get that response back. So they're going to be waiting by their phone for your text back, because sometimes it comes quickly, sometimes it doesn't. And this isn't about playing games. This naturally happens when you have a well-rounded life. That's why the more you fill up your own cup and you focus on yourself, the more he's going to chase after you. It's the way it always works. And not texting back frequently, not answering his calls all the time, not always being available to hang out with him, that's a natural byproduct of this. And I'm telling you, men love women like this. The busier you are, the more he wants to hammer in a spot into your life. Remember the psychology principle, cognitive dissonance. The more we have to work to obtain something, the higher we assume its value must be. That means you set the bar on your self-worth to a man simply by how hard you make it for him to obtain you. 2, the okay noted method. You have to detach from seeing the actions of a man as a reflection of your self-worth. So if he doesn't text you back, he doesn't follow up after a date, okay noted. You remain indifferent to his actions. You see it for what it actually is. A reflection of his worth, not yours. In this way, it's so easy to act unbothered, because once you've detached, you let him prove himself to you. And if he doesn't meet the caliber that you set for treatment from men, bye. You don't beg him to act right. You don't sit there and wait for him to get it together. You move on to somebody else who does know how to treat you. Which leads to point 3. You do not compete with anybody. Remember, when you compete with no one competes with you. You know your worth. It's up here, babe. And if he doesn't act right, then it's his loss, period. You prove yourself to no one. You are not seeking your identity through this man. You're not seeking validation through him. He's literally just like an added zest to the already full plate of your life. Are you picking up on the theme here? 4, date multiple men. If you and this man are not exclusive, then you are free to entertain all the options on your table. Because here's the thing, if you're locked in on one man, you're gonna allow a lot more lenience in the way he treats you, because there's no other options on the table. Your best strategy before you are exclusive with a man is to date several men, because then 1, you'll get an idea what the actual dating pool is like for you. And 2, you're gonna be able to kick all the loser guys who aren't treating you well to the curb, because you'll have men up here who are treating you well. But when you only have one man, you'll deal with whatever treatment he gives you, because there's no other options on the table. You guys have to get over this nice girl complex where you feel guilty for dating multiple men at one time. Believe me, I live in New York City. Men do not feel slightly bad about entertaining so many women at one time. In fact, they feel good about it. So get over this complex, you guys. Prioritize yourself. 5, the last thing is to surrender. When you want to control every situation and the outcome of it, that's masculine energy, and it literally repels men. It's this guy or somebody better. You have to remember that's the options that are on the table for you. If it doesn't work out with this guy you like, then it's his loss, all right? Wish him well, send him condolences, but do not sit there and beg him to love you back. You always win. That's the unbothered mantra. This guy doesn't treat you right, another guy will. Remember that. If you found these tips helpful, schedule a one-on-one with me via the link in my bio.